try to give this advice, I guess, if you have any sort of business that could ever require some sort of illustration, and why that could benefit you. Because I think that's a little bit less talked about than maybe any other advice that I could give.
Sure.
I think nowadays with the internet, it's so easy if you need some sort of image to just go and get something like from a stock website, and it's cheap, it's easily accessible. And I think sometimes people, especially if you're starting out and you don't know yet the value of something custom made for you, but I think one of the biggest values is that artists can offer any kind of company, business, especially if you have some sort of website that this is going to be shared for many years, like a logo or something like that. When you go to a stock website, you are the only person making a decision, and you're basing the choice that you're making only on your own vision and idea. And when you're hiring somebody to actually work with you to create something, you're actually getting not just your opinion made into reality, but you're also getting my feedback and my opinion and why that's a good idea. Because a lot of times when you're starting out, you don't have the experience on what does a good logo needs to look like. You may have an idea, oh, I want a butterfly, but do you know that having a butterfly made in 2 colors is actually going to help you in the future when you're actually putting that butterfly into a piece of fabric or printing out in many places, and if you're reducing that logo much smaller than you need. So a lot of times people don't have that experience or that knowledge that only comes really from me doing this for a while, that when you hire somebody to actually custom create something for you, you're actually getting not just my art, but you're getting my opinion on why that should work better for you.
Sure.
Which I think is very valuable,
Absolutely,
especially in the beginning when it's only you making decisions. And a lot of times clients come to me with an idea, and then after we talk for a while, it's a whole different thing that we end up deciding, that they always say, like, I didn't even know that that's what I wanted.
Right.
So that's definitely something that I think you can't really get for something that's already ready made. It's almost also that whole serendipity of when you're browsing a bookstore and you find a book that you were not looking for, but it was the right book for you at that moment.
Exactly, yeah.
You kind of get that when you go with an artist instead of just going browse, because it's hard to get inspired when you already know what you want to be inspired from. And Googling something, it's so different than walking around outside and letting something jump at you, that I think, people nowadays with the online world, we kind of like forgot about all of the value of getting out of the computer and out of the house and out into the real world. So if you can take a step back from what you think you want and let the world tell you maybe what you should want, I think it's great. And I think it can only help you, because it will give you already a differential from what most people are doing.
Right. I think those are great. I mean, I'm trying to write furiously, but I think that you came up with what I could extract from this were really 2 really clear points. I mean, what are the advantages of hiring an illustrator to help you with, company artwork or, design website, whatever. The first one really is the idea that you almost have another set of eyes. You have another opinion. And not only that, it's an informed opinion. It's somebody that understands color schemes, somebody, color palettes, somebody that understands the longevity of design and how design will look on different fabrics and in different mediums and all the things that, you kind of expounded on. And the second, I love the idea of, you gain the opportunity for this serendipitous, moment, through the artist's eyes, through the portfolio that the artist has, and just, kind of going offline this whole idea of, take this offline and just look at this through a fresh set of eyes, and kind of browse the that portfolio like you're walking through a bookstore, and let it kind of speak to you in essence, through the design itself. Is that a good summary of what you were trying to convey?
Yeah, definitely. I hope this makes sense. I know they're not the obvious things, I guess, that people might expect,
well, we
but
love
I do
these
think they're the things that are missing.
That's right. I mean, we can get the common things. We can get off a Facebook meme. I mean, we're talking to an artist here. We off the beaten path. We want something really unique and kind of bespoke. So
are the two things that I really live my life by, and I do even when creating my own work. Sometimes it's so easy to just look at what other artists are doing, and then you go somewhere that actually it's not even art related, like a restaurant. And sometimes I get better ideas from the way that chef laid out food on the plate than me Googling food artists. It's just,
yeah, that's a great example.
You have to let other experiences, I guess, complete you instead of you trying to form everything. I think that's usually when creativity really exists, and when it's not forced, and when it actually just comes from being alive.
Right. That's kind of why I bet, some of the best ideas happen like when you're in the shower, or, when you're not trying to generate ideas. But so if we really captured somebody's attention here with this Rising Tide micro course, that you just expounded on. So where is the best place that somebody could go to get in touch with you for, to start talking about, how you could help them as an illustrator, in their business?
Yeah, so the best way to contact me is through my email, which is just contact@brunamebs.com.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm in every single social media outlet out there, so you can find me there. You can go to my website, which has links for everything. But I'm pretty good with replying to people's questions, because that's especially not gone to an official art school. I know how important it is sometimes to just ask somebody that it's doing something that you can't figure out. So I always try to reply and answer all the questions. So if you guys have any things to double check, feel free to send me a message. I really do make a point on replying to everybody. So that should hopefully give you guys enough room to find me, more than you probably ever need.
Well, you never know the serendipity of a Rising Tide listening audience. It could just flood your inbox just overwhelm you with response, and it
might take me a while, but I'll definitely
turn
get back
things
to
away.
everybody.
That's right. That's exactly right.